And with those tariffs on the horizon, many small businesses in our region are worried they could see some major changes. News 3's Waylon Wallace-Parker talked to a local business and local economist about the possible impacts.
Most of these items in my shopping cart are imported from Mexico. And although President Trump announced on Monday morning that the 25% tariff on imported goods would be paused, a lot of local businesses are worried about how prices would change.
Consumers are already very worried about high food prices, so a tariff like these come at the worst possible time.
Francis Murphy is the general manager of the neighborhood co-op in Carbondale. He says they don't make a lot of money from the food items price. He says most of the money goes to running the store.
Inevitably, the costs are going to be passed on to the consumers in terms of higher prices for fruits and vegetables, grains, meats.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Chris Neville, the produce manager, is counting how many items they get imported from Mexico.
And some of the items are major items like berries, tomatoes.
Neville says they have to go to places where the items can grow to provide the everyday favorites.
But in the middle of the winter, we're kind of dependent on Mexico for a lot of our stuff.
Murphy says most grocery stores will have similar impacts.
And Canada has significant exports of livestock, poultry, and grains in particular. So we're a food store, so that means all these tariffs are going to impact our business.
SIU economist Scott Gilbert says consumers will feel the effects whether it's grocery shopping or buying personal items.
The amount of stuff that goes into just things that you use and you don't realize perhaps how much of it is actually manufactured in another country.
He says how long people will see these increases in tariffs will depend on President Trump's plans and impending negotiations with the other countries involved.
I guess it depends on how one sees the strategy going here. If it really is a trade war that goes on for years, it could be a huge problem for the economy.
Neville says a good way to try and avoid higher prices at the grocery store is to shop local foods in season. In Carbondale, Waylon Wallace-Parker, News 3.